So pause if you want to look at the code snippet at any length. All I'm trying to work out here, aside from custom mystery stuff, if the thumbnail didn't already give it away, is the fact that I was trying to get... I didn't change the code at all, though, so I don't expect anything to change. I'm just wondering, as we get the loadout get the combination we got, I'm just wondering why Blood Frenzy isn't stacking. I swear it stacks base kit, right? But as always, the disclaimer is, if I messed up something, please let me know. So, as we get into Azal ill-fated custom character once more, and yeah, again, I'm just testing the small changes I made here and there as I slowly work the mystery into existence, basically, or at least how I like it. Light charisma, second encounter dexterity, Takshisan, maybe a knowledge check. But what I'm trying to do here is, again, slowly change things, because now I'm just basically removing the placeholders and putting in text, graphics, mechanics, so on and so forth that I need to, which means the events are going to slowly change, even though I could just, you know, be fine with what I have, but I'm choosing not to. So, Teacher, Hiriko, Scissor Sailor's Painting. Well, that's a combination. We'll try to save this for last, the custom mystery, but we have a lot of boss mysteries as well. Again, I did keep the thing because I want to just check to see, because I'm pretty sure Blood Frenzy is not stacking as it should, and I'm wondering because other curses I think did stack when I tested them, but for some reason Blood Frenzy doesn't seem to be. Also, I could have taken on our own there. I'm just going crazy, but yeah, that one curse, I don't know why it would act differently. That's all I have to say. So, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to see any difference because I didn't touch that at all. Now, keep in mind, okay, to explain, the code snippet you saw at the beginning, where you have to equip and unequip, if we're talking about perm plugin specific things that you can and cannot do, or just can do, really, which is very nice. Again, equipping something and unequipping something, you can basically add in effects that happen when you equip something. So, like, say something makes you, a weapon makes you stronger. As I take a bunch of stamina damage in the face, I also didn't visit the police station. But you basically just give the character strength, as we hopefully put Sensor Bunny on screen, because we need to now. And then when you unequip it, you need to remove that strength. Otherwise, all you can do is swap weapons, and that is a bug. So, yeah, you don't want to do that. But I think this still works. I don't think I changed much, right? If I recall correctly, I'm looking at this as if it's completely correct, but I just realized here that I made a mistake. So I'm just going to use this and see if anything happens. Okay. I was not ready, by the way. I'm going completely crazy because for the last few days it's been pretty interesting for me. So, but yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's not stacking because if these Blood Frenzies were stacking, then we would be taking 4 Doom. But since that's not the case, yeah, I just can't. I haven't figured it out. I'm pretty sure I've done some tests, and other curses do seem to stack. There are some of them that happen on a proc rate, so it's harder to see if they are taking effect. But things like, I think Stalker, technically, is one of the examples I looked at. I'm pretty sure that's stacking as intended, if I use the same exact thing. So, like, I give it to... So, when I equip this weapon, I add a curse like Stalker, and I'm pretty sure it stacks. Unless I'm going completely crazy. I could be, but as Sensor Bunny comes off the screen, again, I'm just trying to figure out where things are going wrong. It could completely be me, but it could also just be a very specific instance of Blood Frenzy, which... I mean, there could be a whole bunch of theories why it works the way it does, but at this point, meh. Also, Scissors Painting are 2 very out-of-town events, but shrug. Also, experience rule, so we'll do our best to survive, but meh. I am definitely not spry and spiffy enough to do improvise skill cast. So, as we get Scissor Lady... True, and Timeline A, I'm going crazy. Star, Cup, and Ball, and we'll remember that because there's no reason to take any other weapon when we have a better weapon, pretty much. So on the balance of this weapon in particular, I mean, yes, it is better than most. It probably even better than, well, combined with the skill that you're meant to use with it, it is very much better than the katana. But I'm trying to figure out how I want to balance it if I want to make things harder. Otherwise, again, I talked about it for a whole episode. We'll just mention it briefly here. It is a very specific handcuff tech that you need to do to get the most value. In fact, I could have done it here, but yeah. So I thought I did a thing. I need to take another look because I swear this was not happening before. Well, I guess we'll find out. Again, it's a visual bug. It's not really gameplay bug, so it bothers me less. But when you release something, yeah, you want it to be working. Again, this is not criticism. It's just me. I'm pretty sure I did something. It must have been me, but we'll find out. So I'll explain that because I haven't talked about that. So basically, the way that I patch in or install the perm plugin, if I really want to make sure things are pristine, is that I don't overwrite things. I literally just get another copy of World of Horror because I have an itch.io copy, and then I proceed to, install the perm plugin. For those who don't know what that entails, essentially you download the perm plugin. I think it's only on Nexus Mods at the moment, and then you put it in your World of Horror directory, not in the local data on Windows where you would put your custom content, and then you run basically the plugin. You run in the installation command, and it should just install. Me in particular, though, I did end up just overwriting a lot of the times, and sometimes that has caused me to make mistakes of my own doing. So I need to not do that again. So the short of it is that I just overwrote what I had in my World of Horror directory, and then I uninstalled and then installed it, which I probably shouldn't do. I should probably just use a whole different copy of World of Horror just to make sure things happen the way they do. Shrug, that's all I have to say. Because as it turns out, for those who don't know as much programming, by the way, we are on Ill-Fated, by the way. What was I trying to say? Updating and installing something fresh are two very different things. If for no other definition than programming reasons. But just know that when you're installing something or you're updating something, yeah, those processes should be the same, theoretically speaking, but there are reasons why you need to differentiate the two, because updating is not the same as a fresh install or just installing in general. Although installing is part of the process of updating most times, but if you don't know anything about programming, those two are very different things. So yeah, we are increasing stamina, or we are recovering stamina essentially, but we're not recovering as much anymore because that was ridiculous. Definitely not 2 stamina if you happen to do handcuff tech, but again, events are painful enough as they are on Harbinger difficulty. Now you can also argue because it's on Harbinger difficulty, then yes, the fact that this is very efficient probably is not great. Also, we have what was the rule that I took 18 doom damage for? Well, I guess we're just gonna do Here Go Now, the mystery. But it's probably the no, fund rule. Well, too late now. Funny enough, we're still kind of on track, although you should be at like 40% doom and not 60, so all things considered, I am coping. So let's take the custom mystery now and move on. So you will see a little visual difference, but that's, again, I'm slowly working things into existence is what I'm trying to say. So as we take a pack of cigarettes and then we do it, we do have hard knock with this character, so it does make sense to do what I did, but as I take a bunch of reason damage here, let's hope we don't take any more reason damage so I can at least get to the end of this mystery. That's all I'm trying to see. Now keep in mind, we are ill-fated, so we do need to just take the immediate out here. A little bit of consideration, but it's well needed. We'll check the History Club ones, because we could have gotten a gruesome totem, which we would definitely painfully need right now, but no. We get a soft drink for our trouble. I'll take it because it is worth the trouble. Also gonna take, we're gonna sell for funds here, even though we just suffered under the fund rule. It is less damage to take rather than just running into out of funds. So we take the soft drink in case we need to use it. We do have Desperate Prep Attack or Strong if we can fit that, but and then we'll just take the reason damage there because we're on ill-fated, so we will fail no matter what. Also, I did not visit the police station. That's my mistake, but for the moment, off we go. I did not recover reason because I did not react in time. But if nothing else, we can at least get through let's get through the mystery so I can at least show you what's being worked on so far. So again, it's not much. I didn't really make any changes gameplay wise. It's more text and visual. So We take the EX version because this is meant for Hiriko herself. If you take this with another character, it's not like it's too much of a difference. I normally won't really make a mystery that much harder if you're not playing the character intended. And if nothing else, it makes no sense to play as another character on the EX versions of mysteries that I make, or that's my plan anyway, because it'll be geared towards the character that it's made for. So in this case, Hiriko, but that's why I made a separate version for if you're not playing as her. Period. That's the end of the sentence. Now, again, just looking at the text, because if nothing else, the big thing to look for, or that I'm looking for when I just change text or graphics, is, well, first of all, I don't want the game to crash. That's the most obvious thing. But usually I test that out beforehand. The other part is that I make changes in before. So in between this recording and my test I was doing, just changing text just to make sure text appears as intended, and it appears to do so. So shrug. Since we can't do up to 20 damage here, then there's no real point to using this spell. But out of curiosity, can I use this here? I can. So this is a small little bug that I found for myself. Is that, yeah, this is the end of combat, and since I'm still quote-unquote dealing damage here, I am able to basically infinitely recover stamina. That's a small little bug I found that I need to play around and fix, but again, the biggest thing I wanted to look into here was really the text. So, without further ado, not really much else to mention at the moment. If you have any suggestions yourself, I emphasized the wrong part of my word there, or enunciated the wrong part. Please let me know. Otherwise, if you know what to do, if you want to support me or not, do what you do. It's cool. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.